Team USA's record-breaking Winter Olympic performance was led primarily by women. The team took home 12 gold medals, which is the most we've ever taken home in history, and 33 medals in total. It's the best performance we have ever had at a Winter Olympic Games, and it's made all the more sweet by the fact that it was led by the female athletes on an international stage. Welcome back to Olympic Winter is Coming, the series where I have covered the Olympics from start to finish. And now that the games are ending, it feels right to close on the incredible performance from the female athletes that we had on the international stage. The Olympics as a whole have been pushing towards gender parity when it comes to the games. This year was the closest the Winter Olympics have ever gotten to that parity, with 47% of athletes being women. And when it comes to the breakdown of Team USA, we were pretty close to parity. We sent 232 athletes to the Winter Games, with 115 of them being women and 117 of them being men. So our breakdown was very slightly by literally 2 athletes slated towards men. But some of the biggest stories of these games came from the women. Of those 12 gold medals, 6 of them were won in women's events. Breezy Johnson in women's downhill, Elizabeth Lemley in women's moguls, Alana Myers-Taylor in women's monobob, Michaela Schifrin in slalom, Alyssa Liu in women's figure skating, and of course the most dominant performance that we've ever seen from women's ice hockey. A team which not only took home the gold medal, but also outscored their opponents across the tournament 33-2. This team also broke the Olympic record for consecutive shutout minutes. At 352 minutes and 17 seconds, this was the longest any Olympic ice hockey team has ever gone without letting a goal in. And that shutout record is over 20 minutes longer than the NHL record in the modern era. Overall, women account for 17 of the 33 medals that Team USA is bringing home, and that is not counting the mixed gender team events. In addition to the 6 gold medals that women brought home individually, 2 of the other 6 gold medals were won in mixed gender team events. Those included the mixed team ski aerial gold and, of course, the team figure skating gold medal. If we look at the entire medal count across gold, silver, and bronze, women won 21 of the 33 medals that Team USA is bringing home. And so many of their stories were the biggest stories and most inspirational in these games. Alyssa Liu, who ended a 24-year drought for Team USA when it comes to women's figure skating individual gold, was only able to do so because she was willing as a teenager to walk away from something she was a prodigy at because it wasn't serving her mental health. And the fact that she was courageous enough to return despite the fact that people told her she was past her prime at just 20 years old. Michaela Schifrin, who recovered from a bad crash and a puncture wound just over a year before these Olympic Games, and took home another gold to become the most decorated skier in Olympic history, man or woman. Hilary Knight, a 5-time Olympian and now 5-time Olympic medalist. Layla Edwards becoming the first Black woman to ever represent Team USA in ice hockey in the Olympics. For me, as the Winter Games come to a close, I think the most important thing we can take away from this is that when it comes to women's sports, they are always going to put on a show. Look at what they were able to do when given the international stage. And now imagine what those Olympics would have looked like if women's sports were always given the level of attention, funding, and support that they deserve.